Hello, welcome to video number 3. In this video we're going to show you just how to use the Excel spreadsheet Wordle Solver. If you'd like to learn how to make this, look at the previous 2 videos I have, and I'll also put a link to those in the description, along with all the websites where I got the information for how to use particular Excel spreadsheet formulas, and that was the general goal of this activity. What is Wordle? If you go to the Wordle website, just Google it, you can find out the game is there's 5-letter words and you have 6 attempts, and as you hear, this is the rule list over here. If you have the letter in the correct spot, it's going to be green. If you have the letter that's in the word but in the wrong spot, it's going to be yellow, and if it's not in the word at all, it's grey. So I've made my own version of Wordle over here, where I can put in any word I want. That's just going to equal that word over there. And so this particular word is pasta. And if I put an answer over here, if I put pizza, this would be the answer that pizza would give, where we see here the P and the A are in the right location, but let's move this here. The P and the A are in the right location. Let's say if I picked a made-up word because I just want to put some things in the wrong location, whatever word that is, and we put it in here, we see that the S and A are in pasta, but they're in the wrong locations. That's why they're yellow. So this over here is basically the Wordle solver, and then once you put the right word, you should get all green. So this just is a way that we can put in infinite words and find it out. So let's say we want to solve the word pasta, and let's clear it out over here. If we go over here, this is the solution tab if you open up the Wordle solver, and over here under the first attempt, these are what I like to call the strongest words to use for each attempt. They're the strongest in the sense of they use the letters that have the letters that are seen the most out of all the 5-letter word combinations that there are in Scrabble. So there's around 13,000 words, and out of those, like A appears almost 6,000 times. And so we get those, multiply them together, so you get the word strength, and then we also want words that have the most unique values, because that eliminates the most things in Wordle. So Eros is usually always the best word to start with, according to my theory, and if you're playing by yourself, Eros is always a good word anyway, because it has a lot of letters that are useful. So if we type in Eros over here, if we type this in over here, we would get, well, that's not right. What happened here? Why? Oh, 2, I think my colors are wrong. I just have to fix up my colors. I just fixed up the formatting, but the color should be fixed now. So Eros, the A and the S do appear in pizza. All right, so far so good, but it's 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. You would type that into Wordle onto your web browser or your phone, whatever. So you type in error over here, and you'll get this particular color combination, and then you will have to convert that color into numbers. So what we're doing here is, in my particular Wordle thing, 3 is green, 2 is yellow, and 1 is grey. Oh. 1 is grey. This is just so we can use Excel formulas, and if you saw the tutorial, you see how we use those particular numbers. So Eros is 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and we type that underneath the letters that associate with it. Depending on the strength of your computer, this could use quite a significant amount of CPU power, so you probably want to save your work in between steps and don't have anything else important running on in the background. It's because this is a very inefficient but a very brute force way to solve it. So we type those numbers, and what this has done, as soon as we put Eros in here, we have limited down to 295 words that would available that are still correct. So basically what it's saying here, out of all the 13,000 words, Eros would give this answer. So, and I'm assuming that pasta is one of the words in here. So cool. So then we look over here and we look at our attempt number 2 and we say the most powerful word that's available that we should use is slain. So we type in the word slain over here and we should get an answer over that. We should get yellow, so 21211, and let's do this over here. Slain gives us these numbers, and then we can go 2 2 1 2 1 1. And so now once we do this, we should be eliminating down to 36 words. The most common word now is Musha. So we copy Musha and we paste Musha into here. We have two letters are correct, which yes, the S and the A are correct. So if we type in Musha over here, this is our solver, and we want 1 1 3 1 3. We should now go down to there's 4 words, and as we see, our answer is in one of these 4 words. In theory, it could be any one of these 4, so you can actually, if you pick Buster, you'll get it in the next 1 or 2 attempts. So let's deliberately think, if we picked a scenario where Buster wasn't the top answer, let's pick Tassa. Just picking any of these random words, we pick Tassa over here. And then we'll go over here and we'll also put Tassa, let's put on the website. And Tassa gives us this of 2 3 3 2 3. So we type this over here, 2 3 3 2 3, and then that should give us, we're left with 2 answers. And let's say we get the wrong one again, like worst case scenario, we get Buster, and Buster gives us 1 3 3 3 3, and then that gives us only one correct word, which is pasta. And so we'll type that into our last one over here. And then we'll get our Wordle complete. Wonderful. Pick some advice when you're doing this as fast as possible or in as many steps as possible. Wordle tries to pick common words. So when you see this list over here, your first instinct should be, out of this, whatever the list of words available, pick the most common word you see. So in this case, pasta does look like the most common word there. Like slain is a very common word. Slain, saint, either of these would be good. Probably you've probably seen the word slain and saint more common than slad or stayed, or maybe stayed. But for example, musha or maced is a word that you like. I don't think you'd see that as often, considering it's supposed to be a word puzzle game for people to use from around the globe. So use that. Let's do the test again to see how we go. So let's pick another word. Let's pick out of any random word over here. Let's pick this one over here. And we know what this word is, but we can always pretend like we don't. Okay, so we go over here. Let's reset our solution over here. We want to get rid of all of these values over here, and we want to get rid of all of these numbered values over here as well. And as before, eros is going to be the starter word, but let's, for fun, let's pick a different word. Let's pick this one, because you don't have to pick eros if you don't want to. Acer, and that gives us a combination of 1 2 1 1 1, or grey, yellow, grey, grey, grey. So if we type that in here, 1 2 1 1 1. Alright, it goes through and it should be solving, and the word it recommends down is elint. We'll plug that word in here, and we'll plug that word in here. So we plug it into the website and it gives us 23111 if that was the correct Wordle word. And so 23111. Elint gives us the word blued as the most common word. But there are some other words here. So let's say I wanted to pick a common word. So let's say gloom. Let's say you're a Pokemon fan and that's particular, a good grass poison type from Gen 1. Evolves into Varplume, which is quite good. And I know there's spelling differences, but I can believe. We put gloom in there and it gets 13112. 13112. And oh, we already have it as the top answer. Fleck, but I would probably, if I did this, I would probably pick bleed because that looks like the most common word, but we know that fleck's the right answer. But let's just say we put in bleed using our theory of picking common words that we think that are common. I can probably just copy these to save my time, but you would go to the website and it would give you the code. And we do this and we got fleck and check. This particular one, let's say we just want to go for fleck and we paste fleck in there and we get all 3s. So everything is good with that. Means we got the right answer. Limitations of this solver is this solver is using this list of words, which is the when we were making the spreadsheet, we got the Scrabble words and we got all of the 5-letter words and we use those, and there is 12,971 Scrabble words that are 5 letters, and I believe that doesn't include words that end in an S, like plurals. So there could be some words that are plurals that are not. There could be a 4-letter word with plurals that could come up. So, like hooks, for example. I don't believe hooks is in here. Oh, it is. So maybe there are 4-letter words are in here with S's. But yeah, if it's not the word in there, Wordly currently only uses standard letters without accents, but that could be changed, and they could change their words to be other language words at any point, and that would change that. But that's the only limitations I see so far. And there is a theoretical possibility that you won't solve the word because there are 26 letters, and let's say you pick 5 and none of those are correct. Okay, then you pick your next 5, none are correct, and by the time you get to this 4th one and you pick 20 incorrect letters, you're over here going to get 6 incorrect letters. So you can't get the next 6. You'll have to get some of these will have to be correct, and then you'd have to get the order of them right. And I don't know. I haven't done the full calculations of everyone. I don't know if there are some that won't work, but there could potentially be. But I think this should work for nearly every Wordle. So you can use this Excel spreadsheet as a way to learn how to use Excel and use it for other projects. And you can also use this Wordle solver as a form of running your own Wordle competition it's not programmed very nicely, but you can run it if you're like a teacher and you have a class and you want to get them to do the activity. You can use this as a way to check Wordle answers and see how it goes. Well, that's it for this demonstration of how this unit runs.